on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and more. The show is me, my 5 friends, Scales and Plaque the Created, OJ the Koboloi, Rhodes the Snow Eidolon, and Ori the Moon Elf. We play a free indie TTRPG called Wilderveer, run by the people who write the game and their friends. Watch us travel the magical city-states of our cozy, friendly, and wild world, learning new skills and enjoying a lot of new adventures in a Saturday morning kind of style. We release every other Wednesday on all major podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Wilderveer or on a Discord server you can find at worldofwilderveer.card.co. Thank you so much for listening to our travels. Rose is gonna flake when he hears we have clout? Whatever he called it. Bye-bye! Skills, you can stop now. What do you mean OJ's gone? Oh, no.
Wait, I've only got 30 seconds to talk about all of our podcasts and streams? Wait, now I've only got 24 seconds? Well, we have actual play podcasts, actual play streams, tabletop discussion shows, nerdy crafting shows, drunk Dungeons & Dragons lore shows, serious shows, funny shows, Dungeons & Dragons shows, Monster of the Week shows, Shiver shows, space shows, cowboy shows, space cowboy shows. Oh wait, we actually don't have that. Only 5 seconds left? Well, head on over to majesticgoose.com or follow us at Goose Majestic to find out more.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, elderly vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
No!
What happened?
I don't know what happened. It messed up.
Oh, it's just the cameras, love.
Yeah, but I don't know how that happened. Give me a second, guys. We're going to go back to the warning. Now we're here. Hello! I fucked up.
Are we good? Yeah. We're good? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Asylum by Night, which is the Nerd Asylum's actual play Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition stream. Tonight we are on episode 8 of season 4. And we're not in the wrong boxes now. Doing good. We got
weren't
this.
even in boxes that time.
No.
We were just all over the place.
Everything is fine. Where we last left our coterie, they had escaped the burning shop, taken the Cappadocian back to the dive, where Lindsay promptly diablerized him. After some processing and settling down, they went to bed at sunrise, stayed at the dive, and then the next night took Jessica back to her mother's apartment so that she could start talking to her family about getting out of town. And you guys said goodbye to Jessica and went on your way. And by went on your way, I mean started plotting a murder. As the three of you decided to explore and infiltrate the compound where Nicholas had holed himself up. More specifically, the ski lodge, the old ski lodge. Now I've got me coughing over here too. After a series of trapped rooms, you found your way down to a hidden underground room with a control room and a tunnel. And in that tunnel, you had a showdown with Nicholas, which ended in Lindsay ripping his head off and throwing it down the tunnel. And that is where we're picking back up tonight, with the desiccated, crumbling remains of Nicholas Ashford at your feet, the head long gone down the ways out into the darkness, and an echoing tunnel falling quiet around you.
Well, I'll say it. What now?
We leave.
Then what?
I don't know.
Probably. Do you have to report this to Gigi?
I'm pretty sure Gigi knows, but I do need to drop off a gift for her.
You hear a giggle down the tunnel.
Which way?
And from the direction of the house.
Oh, okay.
The direction you came from.
Mm.
Kind of a girlish giggle and a slow clap as a small feminine figure begins to walk through the darkness towards you. And it's not dark, it's like a dim dark. It's just not a very brightly lit tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon out, pointing at that direction.
Is the giggle familiar?
Yeah.
Is it accompanied by a creepy thing like crawling across the ceiling?
When you turn and look, you do see the figure of Gigi walking down the tunnel, but she is not accompanied by Liza.
Oh, thank goodness.
Murder.
Basil kind of puts a hand out to Victor to tell him to just,
Oh yeah, when
let's see what
Victor
happens.
sees who it is, like first instinct's like, oh fuck, like child vampires now. This is the worst. But it's like seeing Gigi.
Child.
It's just like it sounded like a younger
Gigi,
yeah. And it's like yes, the giggling of a young female in a dark tunnel.
You watch too many horror movies, man.
I think he watches just enough horror movies.
I actually, like, as a player, as me as Secrain, I don't watch many horror movies. I'm terrified of them.
That's plenty.
Yeah, but yeah, Victor will lower the weapon, noticing who it is, and knowing that, what am I gonna do? Shoot her?
What are you gonna do?
Chill.
So she walks down the tunnel towards you, and as she gets closer, she stops slow clapping. And she says, "That was a delightful show. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Good job. Good job. The head ripping off, that was a great touch."
Thank you.
You're really good at that, Have you ever thought about doing that more?
Like professionally?
Yeah, we could work something out.
Maybe.
Keep it in mind.
Hunter?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm covered in blood, like... I will hand her the bag that has the camera and the box in it.
And she takes it and she sort of opens up the camera with the bag. Wait, the bag with the camera. She opens up the bag with the camera. And you can hear a little bit of rattling, so you know that something is falling loose in all of the running and the jumping and the punching and the falling and things.
Yeah.
And she pulls out the camera and kind of looks it over, puts it back, and then she pulls out the little lockbox. She's like, "Oh, this was it. I can feel this. He cared about the stuff in here. It's delicious." And she puts it back away and keeps it.
Didn't like that.
Well, seems like our deal is done then.
Would seem like it.
If you're interested, I'm always open to do more business.
I'll think about it.
And that's open to either one of you as well. And she looks at Victor and Basil. I don't discriminate.
Star, can I heighten senses?
Yeah.
Do I hear any of the people that were on the ground?
Upstairs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to give me wits awareness and wits awareness and aspects. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you are decently far underground.
Okay. Wits. Or awareness, not awe. Wits. This is a huge pool, so give me just a second. Okay. Six.
It's faint, but you do hear slight movement up above you.
Okay.
And you know that you guys were pretty much the only ones in the house. You saw that through the camera monitors. So you can only assume that it's the guards moving around outside.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure she hadn't, like, murdered them.
As far as you can tell.
Okay. Cool beans.
I mean, I guess until next time then.
Yes, until next time. I have some things to attend to tonight, but this has been wonderful. Thank you for entertaining me tonight. And she gives almost like a small curtsy. And then as you look at her, she melts into the ground. Clothing, bag, box, and all. Like the ground wasn't even there.
Must be nice.
I hate it.
Right.
It's like a Terminator. Melting into liquid. All right.
Oddly specific.
Have you not seen Terminator 2?
It's been a long time.
You probably saw it when it first came out anyway.
So we're gonna go home?
Sure. But I think we should just go out the way we came. Or not the way we came, down this tunnel. I think it leads to, well, that does leave your car, though.
Yeah.
But the upstairs is, like, locked. Well, we could unlock it. We have the knowledge.
We have the technology.
We have the technology, yes.
Yeah, let's go and get it, and
Yeah. Let's go upstairs and get in our car. And drive away. No one's gonna suspect anything.
Like nothing even happened.
No, we did a photo shoot and then left.
I swear, officer, I don't know what happened.
I have the robe ready and everything.
All right, so you guys go back the way you came, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So you head back down the tunnel, back through the secondary control room with the override. You can see on the monitors that everything upstairs and outside seems to be business as usual.
Can I unlock the house from here?
You can. It seems that this control room was a override for everything in the house. So even though you guys were able to disable what was going on in the upstairs control room, he was able to redo it from down here.
Cool beans. Disabled.
What a weirdo.
He was paranoid, wouldn't you be?
I don't know.
I
You
mean,
have weird taste.
are you
I give her a
talking
kiss on
about
the
your
cheek.
Guess back to the dive?
Sounds good to me.
Victor, I have a request a bit. Could your people keep an eye out for corpse? No, he's harder to see. He is a hidey bitch, but
I mean, can he hide his smell?
probably not.
I can ask. Just if you could give me a description, because I don't think I have seen him.
I will give a description of corpse. He
And also
looks
Victor.
like a corpse.
Victor, you know that he does have a scent because you actually were able to catch it last time when you were tracking Lindsay. You could smell Nicholas's cologne, you could smell Lindsay's perfume, and then you could smell that weird, bleachy, rusty smell.
That's right. That's right. It was that smell too. Okay. And yeah,
Thank you.
I'll keep that in mind. And whenever he would meet again, in the cairn, he would let know about particular hunt to do.
Thank you.
So, you guys go upstairs and get in Basil's car after going through the foyer. You actually don't have to go through either of the other rooms. You can just come out from behind the stairs and go straight through the front door. The guards do not stop you. The guards do not say anything. As you walk out to Basil's car, get in, and drive back through.
They're unemployed now. What have we done?
They don't know that yet.
I don't know that yet.
I hope he paid them recently.
I was gonna say I should change my plates, but I mean, I guess if they're gonna go, doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna find his body. They will
No.
find the body of that one vampire that we staked, though.
No, we murder it, right?
No.
I mean, but with the
Oops.
with the override,
I forgot.
windows will open.
That's
right?
true, yeah.
And light.
As long as
And
they...
then in the day, it would just
And like daylight will come, it will burn it, and
As long as
they'll
they don't
enter.
go in there beforehand and remove the stake. We need a spin-off episode star. Tell us
Behind the
what happens
scenes.
to these guards.
I
Poor
don't know what
guards.
happened.
The epilogue. So,
Random guard, huh? Is this a red flag?
so having this realization as you drive down the windy, manicured gravel road and giving a nod to the gatekeeper who opens up the gate and lets you back through. And you guys start making your way back to the main road. Can I get all three of you to give me wits and awareness or wits and alertness?
Can I still have heightened sense up?
If you would like, yeah, it's a free power, so you can just have it.
Yeah. Cool beans. Just gives me so much more. Woo! That one fell out of my hand because I have baby hands.
I have these tiny hands.
I have these tiny hands.
No. 4.
8.
2.
If I had rolled all bad, it would have been a bestial failure.
Oh,
Because I got the
Oh,
skull
gosh.
too.
Was it a messy crit?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Rego.
So, you guys are pulling back out onto the main road, and it winds up and down the side of the mountain as it heads back down towards the forest and towards the city. Victor, I think you are on your phone getting out the message about corpse.
Yeah.
Now that you guys are leaving the mountain, you realize that you actually didn't have service where you were. Between being underground and being up on the mountain, service was very spotty. Lindsay and Basil, as you guys are pulling out, at one point, the road, actually at several points, the road comes around and you can see over the cliff edge out across the city, which during the day would be a gorgeous view of the city, the ocean, the other mountains. And the two of you notice far, a little bit closer to the actual docks and the coastline. That's the word I'm looking for. The coastline. And somewhere within the city, there is a column of smoke that's rising. You know it's not anywhere near the dive. You know it's not near Dark Tales or where the shop was. It's on the opposite side. And about that time, as you're looking at this, both of your phones start buzzing as you're getting notifications for missed calls.
Oh shit! Who called me?
Do I also get notification or just this?
Victor does not.
Okay, so it's
both of you have missed calls from Morticia. Basil, you also have a missed call from Damien.
Who's Damien?
He is the other child of Morticia. There was you, Clyde, and Damien.
Oh yeah, him and Clyde.
Clyde was Strahd Travolta.
Travolta.
And
I remember Clyde. Damien was.
Damien didn't really say much. He was always quieter. He was the darker skinned guy with like the shortcut hair, the chin strap beard, and the motocross jacket.
Yeah, I liked his jacket.
Is where the smoke is coming from, I don't know, Morticia's place?
It's hard to tell from this distance with the city lights and everything, but it looks like it's in that general area.
I'm gonna try and call Tish, and the phone's attached to the car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on, so we can all hear.
Yeah, the speaker thing going on. It rings a little bit longer than you expected. And then there's finally an answer. It's about fucking time.
We were a little wrapped up. Lindsay's here. Victor's here.
Hello.
Who the fuck is Victor?
Don't worry about it. What's wrong?
Well, it's over fucking now. Somebody tried to make a hit on us.
Do you know who?
One of our one of our warehouses is done for. A lot of our shit, cars, weapons, artillery, just fucked. It's on fire. They're putting it out now. A lot of us are fucked up, hurt, worse. It was maybe some kindred that helped out, but primarily it was that, I think it was that thing y'all were talking about. That monster thing.
Fuck.
Can we do anything to help right now?
Sure, if you want to come down here and help clean up and fuck.
I look at the other two.
If we find any stragglers, I'm sure we could beat them up for info.
I look at Victor again, like, do you want to not do this?
I mean, I'll have to change, but yeah, sure, let's go.
Hey, who the fuck is this Victor guy?
Do you like dogs?
Not really. The dogs don't like us.
We'll be introducing a bit. Don't worry about that.
Do you trust him?
Yes.
All right, that's fine.
No hesitation.
All right, see you in a bit. Just fucking get here. She hangs up.
She's Morticia?
Yes.
Sounds like a piece of work.
Oh,
yeah. She's cool. She's cool.
She's cool.
She's cool.
She only shot me once.
Victor, the name Morticia actually sounds fairly familiar. It's no one that you've ever met, but you know that she's one of the more powerful licks in Heligdom. She was mentioned once or twice by some of the elders when talking about who to be careful of within the vampires.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So you guys finish out the drive back into Hilligdom. I assume going straight for the docks.
Yep.
Straight to Morticia's territory.
Basil, do you have any like wet wipes back here?
Oh yeah. In the back of the passenger seat, the little nook there.
Okay, I'm gonna just like take out these wet wipes and try to get the blood off of me and my face. The dress, it's gonna have blood on it.
It's a fashion statement at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure I miss spots, but you know.
So you guys eventually make your way back into the city, back through and across the bridge and over into the more industrial part of the city where the docks and the warehouses lay. You pass by that beautiful Luna Moth mural with the anarchy symbol in the eyes of the wings, which marks the entrance to Morticia's territory. And now that you're closer, you can see where the smoke is rising up into the sky. You don't see flames. You don't see a glow. but there's a lot of smoke and it hangs a bit like a haze in this area. You see a couple of fire trucks actually pass by you, seeming to go the opposite way, like they're leaving.
Shit.
And finally, you reach the small section of warehouses that you know belongs to her. It's not the main one where she keeps her haven, but it's one of the side ones, the smaller ones, that you don't know exactly what she kept there, but you can imagine it was a lot of supplies. And from what she said, supplies, vehicles, artillery, and weapons, that sort of thing. And it has been almost burned out. You think that possibly parts of the walls were actually blown out, probably when various explosive objects caught fire. The whole building is a shell of itself. And you can see there are still men and women walking back and forth, all dressed very much in a brouhaha style. Walking back and forth, sort of making sure that everyone is okay, making sure that things that can be carried out of the building are being carried out of the building, and sort of securing the perimeter. And so one of them, a smaller man in a leather jacket, kind of waves you down as you pull in closer, and is like making motions like, you can't come this way, there's stuff going on, it's a dangerous area.
We're friends of Morticia.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I think she's waiting on you. He kind of gestures to one of the other buildings to the side where you see there, one of the garage doors is open, and it seems to be sort of where people are walking in and out of. You can see light spilling out of it, illuminating other vehicles and places where other people are sitting or standing with blankets, with various being attended to medically. They're being attended to medically.
Go slowly pulling over there.
So you find a place, and you can see inside a little bit into the garage door, where it seems like there's more people inside. You don't see Morticia though. Not immediately.
I guess we're gonna get out. I'm gonna go to somebody who looks like they're in charge. Maybe. Do I see Damien anywhere?
You end up finding Damien. Yes, that's actually where I was gonna go with that. It takes a second, but he's sort of standing outside the door, actually seeming to be looking for you. When he sees the three of you walk up, he kind of catches your eye and nods and gestures back inside with his head so he can lead you inside.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
What can we do? Where can we help out?
I'm gonna let Morticia tell you, because I'm sort of just keeping things organized here. I don't know what needs to be done. This is kind of out of my wheelhouse.
Is she here?
Oh yeah, she wants to go places. We're not letting her go places.
Good idea.
What places does she want to go?
She wants to go murder that thing. It fucked her up bad, Basil.
Oh shit.
You know she doesn't take that shit sitting down.
Where is she?
Back here. And he leads you guys into the garage. You can see it was like a car garage with visors and everything to lift the cars up. A lot of them have been cleared out, and some spaces have been sort of partitioned off. And in the back there, they finally lead you almost in like the deepest into the building that they can, where back in almost like an office, you can hear her before you see her, yelling for people to get off their asses and go do something more useful than keeping her here. And Damien leads you to that door and opens it. And inside they have her in a chair behind a desk. And she's yelling at, seems to be some probably ghouls. She is covered in blood.
Ooh.
And you can see that almost the entirety of her shoulder and arm are gone. And she looks like hell, even just beyond that. Mm-hmm.
Can vampires grow that back?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while, but yes.
Yeah.
How long is it gonna be?
A while.
A while.
Couple of nights.
Been a while.
Oh my god. No, you were fishing for that, weren't you?
Baited us.
You did bait
God
us.
damn it.
How dare you, Saccharine?
I can't stay mad at you.
It's those puppy dog eyes, isn't it?
That's why he hides behind the shades.
Love you.
Morticia sees you guys come in and is like, fucking there you are.
We were taking care of some business.
It's better been fucking important to not answer my fucking calls.
We were kind of underground.
What were you doing underground?
Murdering
Long
my
story,
husband.
not important. This is what.
Murdering your what?
Don't worry about it. Ex-husband.
That's a story I'm going to need later.
Sure.
So this is Victor?
Yes.
Don't talk much, do you?
Oh no, I actually am quite a talker. It's just I'm listening at the moment, getting a good view of what happened to you.
Oh yeah. Take it in. And she kind of like leans so that you can see the like bloody. Yeah, that motherfucker, that spider motherfucker. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder that fucking thing.
How?
You think a rocket launcher will do it? Because I got one of those still.
I don't know.
Fuck.
That thing is connected to Gigi. Both are giving itself power. If you can put to sleep one or get them far away from each other, they'll weaken, but probably it won't be easy. And I'm gonna be fucking honest. You're no fucking shape to go after it.
The hell I'm not.
Damn,
I
Victor.
returned the favor on that damn thing. And she like reaches down under her chair and she pulls out a spider leg. I returned the fucking favor on that thing.
What the fuck? How did you get that?
I want to touch it.
I'm a bad bitch. Here.
Hazel grabs it and is like,
You are a bad
It's weird.
bitch.
It feels like it should almost be taxidermy with like the dryness of it, but it's still very much movable. And it definitely is not made of any kind of chitin or anything that a spider would be made out of. This was once flesh and bone.
Nasty.
This is. Can I have it for a moment?
Sure, look at it all you want. I'm keeping the fucking thing though.
Oh no, I'm giving it back. Believe me, I don't want this fucking thing near me again.
I'm gonna hang that fucking thing on my wall.
There's a lot of
Touching it,
fucking
like-
happening tonight.
Right next to that thing's head. So what you doing with it, Victor?
So touching it and feeling it. I do remember that I managed to give it a couple of slashes.
Mhm.
Or actually, I think it was just one before it fucked me up, and I was like, no.
Nope. Yes.
Yeah. First of all, see if it feels different from that time right now that now it's
No,
separated.
If it feels the same.
Okay. What did you use to cut this? Just sheer strength, or did you use something in particular?
I'm gonna be honest, I was seeing red.
Your strength, got it. That's not fucking helpful.
There was a knife involved too, but like there was a lot of pulling and screaming and gnawing and slashing and yeah. That
God
thing's
damn
tough.
it. Oh, I know. He's like now like not playing, but it's like winning it. So at some point, he's just like
You're just messing with it.
Yeah, like he's trying to find if there's like any point that might be like more weaker or something. But I guess just like the whole thing's in this.
It's a spider leg. Yeah. What's up, Basil?
Victor, give it back. I want to touch it again. I do have a question though for the GM when I'm touching it. Does it feel like under the I'm assuming skin, like this was once human? Is it a human bone or is it like something else underneath? Like if you were to take it and like pull it back like a sleeve.
Oh my god.
If you were to deglove this thing, you would find it feels like you would find some form of bone, you think.
Okay.
And you are familiar with seeing the things that Gigi can do. You can reasonably deduct that this is definitely something that she flesh crafted.
Yeah.
She probably everything that is weird and unique about Liza, she flesh crafted from the original person that became her.
From the original person, there's nothing like added. Like this is
smaller.
smaller.
There were 8 legs on there. She probably had to add on at least a couple of those.
Yeah.
Now 7.
Crafting materials.
She was kid bashing
Arts
Liza.
and Arts and crafts with Gigi.
Okay.
Now for this new project, we need to do some gray Robin, and we're gonna have to take some legs and arms. Don't worry, no heads, no torso, just some legs and arms.
This week on That's Pretty Crafty.
Don't give me ideas.
What's up, DB?
Could I hold the leg and have a premonition?
Please don't call it that. Please don't call it that.
Actually, I wanted to do something similar, but asking my ancestors about it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Both of us are just holding the leg.
It's long enough that all 3 can just sit there and hold it.
Fucking Morticia's looking. Yeah.
Like, take a picture, it'll last longer.
Oh
like
shit! Lost to die. What am I rolling? Stir.
Aspects and resolve, and a rouse check.
Oh yeah. Am I hungrier? Yes,
for the
I
ancestors,
am.
would this be? What would this be? Just straight ancestors, or
We did an
like,
ancestors roll before.
we have done a couple before. It's just been for different things. Like, and it's always ancestors from plus something else.
Zachary, tell me this: what is your intent?
My intention is to glean from this. Now that I'm touching it, that it's like a direct connection to what happened that many years ago. If I can glean into memories from my ancestors on what happened, how probably they fought it directly. Like now that instead of like I'm asking you about this thing from long ago, it's like I have the thing that you fought. I have this physical connection. Do you remember now more about how you dealt with this?
Okay. What you got, Lindsay?
You're gonna hate me.
Is it a messy crit?
It is a messy crit.
Of course it fucking is.
I'm sorry! I just rolled the dice!
Suddenly Lindsay's like,
I should not be hungry enough to do that.
I didn't say you had to be hungry. Anyway, well, how many successes, love?
8.
Fuck!
Two
also-
crits.
Oh, okay.
One of them was just
so-
messy.
Also, what is your intention?
I'm trying to see if there is a way to stop this particular thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Victor, I would say occult and ancestors, because that'll give you at least an extra die.
Yeah, it will be 4 total.
Oh God, my nose. Sorry, guys.
I think I will also spend a willpower to get an extra success in this.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 4.
So while the three of you are like manhandling this giant spider leg and like staring off into the distance, Morticia kind of like shoos away the other 2 ghouls that were, trying to keep her in this room. And they both go kind of scuttling out the door, which closes behind them with Damien still standing outside. So, Lindsay, you were looking to find what can kill this thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nice stuff, Morticia, for sure.
You think? You hope? So, Lindsay, you see several things, flashes of things, like you normally do. It starts off with almost like the storybook pages you had seen before, but it's not a storybook that you're seeing. It's almost like it's being drawn before you. It's like notes, diagrams, drawings, anatomical drawings, like the notes of someone who is studying and practicing and figuring out how to make something. There's diagrams, there's notes on experiments, there's recordings of how things have happened, and you spot the images being drawn of a creature like Liza. Of Liza, you realize. Sort of, it seems to be like you're almost watching the way that Gigi thought her up. The pages disappear and you see a room of very old construction, very basic wood and clay walls, stone intermingled in between. It's dark. The room is lit by torches almost, like such primitive candles it could almost be called torches. There's a table in the center and the screams of a woman as you hear a familiar sounding voice almost singing to herself amongst the sounds of breaking bones, ripping flesh. After that, you get flashes of fire, flashes of kindred that are burning, kindred that are much like Nicholas, having their heads removed and then fading into dust. And then amongst these images of kindred and the ways that they are able to die, you spot a dagger. Very fancy looking dagger, something ceremonial with a golden hilt, curved blade. And something about it feels like something about it nags at you. Like someone around here should know something about that. Someone Heligdom. Sekiri, Victor, how many did you get?
Including the willpower, I had a crit, so it's 2, and the willpower is 3.
Wait, so you got 2 10s?
Yeah, I got to tens.
That means it's 4.
Okay, then a total of 5.
Excellent.
Okay.
So, Basil, you're kind of left alone while Lindsay and Victor both space the fuck out for about 5 minutes. And Morticia's like, what the fuck is wrong with your friends?
Oh, we started like a fortune telling business and it's really successful. They're
The fuck are you talking
It's-
about?
no, it's pretty cool. Like just wait. You'll see. They'll come up with something awesome.
The worst part is that he's not wrong.
I know.
It's not right, but he's not
Not
wrong either.
wrong.
So
Put that on my tombstone, baby.
Yeah. So, Victor, while you're kind of, looking at this leg and like feeling it and realizing, that it's made of flesh, it's made of bone. And you kind of glance over and you see that Lindsay has that glassy look in her face. And you begin to ask the ancestors for help. You, and only you, hear a rumble of thunder. And the next thing you know, you're seeing things. It's bits and pieces, flashes and glimpses of fighting, of Garu who are in the middle of war, in the middle of fighting. And you've seen these sort of memories flash before you rarely, but occasionally before. You know that this is the ancestor showing you what you're asking for. These Garu are fighting and losing, yelping, dying. There's blood, there's fur being thrown around. You see the fallen, and they're all outside of this cave. The outside of it looks different, but you have a theory about which cave this is, which is confirmed when you see one last Garu that stands before the creature you know as Liza. And he turns and he runs into the cave, dives almost, diving around stalactites, stalagmites, deeper and deeper, climbing feverishly downwards, trying to stay ahead of the spider legs and the screeching that's so familiar to you now. You watch this Garu pass through where in current day you know the door to be, but you don't see the door there right now. The Garu leaps down that steep incline, hopping from rock to rock, and then squeezes through as deep as he can go before finding that chamber with the dais and with the corpse-like figure of Gigi. And also a dead end. He stands there, panting, his chest heaving, and seems to find peace for a moment. And when he looks back to where Liza is climbing her way through the cave, the spider legs spreading out as they pull her into the room, there's not fear and there's not sadness on his face. There is accomplishment. And then the ground shakes. Well, the entire cave shakes. And you hear the sound of a cave-in further up the cave. And then Liza strikes, and the memory ends. Meanwhile, Morticia was like, dear fucking God, this fucking thing stings. pissed. I'm mad.
When I come out, can I pull out my sketchbook and start drawing what I saw?
Yes.
Cool. When I get to the dagger, I'm going to lay it on her desk and go, does anybody recognize this?
You know what? For shiggles, just for shiggles, let's find out.
Give us those James rolls.
This is not Morticia's strong suit. She's not a thinky bitch.
I don't care. Come on, man.
She doesn't think things.
Like sire, like child.
There's a reason she chose Basil.
Too bad that the only two owners of the historical society are now gone.
Listen, both of those were not Basil and mine's fault. Listen.
I know. I'm not saying that as like, other times that I say too bad they're gone and then stare at one of you. It's just like, well.
No, the one of us that you should be staring at is gone.
God.
How'd she do?
Give me a second because she got a messy crit, so I'm trying to think of what she's doing.
Yep.
So
yep.
on the good news, she got a crit. On the bad news, it's messy.
Surprise.
She looks at it for a second and her brow furrows. And you can see she's still just steaming. And she stands up suddenly. She just like reaches over with the one arm she has and rips the spider arm out of your arms.
Oh.
Just like throws it. Just fucking fuck. And we're looking for stupid daggers.
I think it can kill it.
And you see her, she turns around and she digs under the desk. You hear you see a small door like swing open, and she just yanks out a blood bag and just starts like angrily just chewing on it. She's fine. Fuck, I've seen that before. Someone in the cam had it.
Oh, fuck.
That guy with the greasy kind of hair with the glasses. Illustrious bitch.
Samuel?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Motherfucker!
Knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
So, might be at the Historical Society. Which is not where Gigi's been taking residency, so...
No, but historically, no pun intended. That's where the Tremere would stay. Not stay. That's where the Tremere would meet and do their things. I think they called it a chantry. Samuel, being the Tremere bitch, was the leader of the other Tremere bitches.
Yeah.
So I don't think that means it's going to be unguarded. Well, now it might be, because if everyone's skipping town.
True. Remind me, Star, who are the Tremere that we know?
You know, when you knew Samuel.
Yes.
Kasai, who you know is basically gone now, out of town. Steve.
Good.
Oh, Steampunk Steve.
And Prada.
Fucking Prada! I knew it! I forgot that he was a Tremere! God damn it. Oh, that bitch is gonna have the dagger. God damn it.
Price.
This is gonna be our job, isn't it?
It doesn't have to be.
I'll fucking do it.
Doesn't have to be. You're not.
Morticia.
Yeah, no, you're sitting your ass right there.
Don't you fucking laugh at me. I can still kick your ass with one arm.
Morticia. You need to be not one-armed.
Well, I'm working on that.
I know you are.
So give it a day or two.
The second this other arm is back, I'm going to use it to bitch slap Basil for laughing at me.
I look forward to it.
You're into some weird stuff, honey.
What I don't understand in this whole thing is how she knew where house to hit.
No idea.
Because I haven't said that. We all know it, but we don't talk.
Yeah.
We don't tell anybody outside of our group about our shit.
She probably doesn't need to. She seems to be able to see across the land.
Like a clairvoyant kind of thing?
Seemed
Not
like
sure how
it,
exactly.
Yeah.
That or able to get into someone's mind to see, or she has powers to see beyond just in front of her, and who knows? Possibly.
I'm watching Basil as Morticia has talked about how Gigi knew. Does he look different?
You want to make an insight check?
I do.
He looks fine as always.
Do you want to roll for that, Cass?
I don't know. What do I gotta roll?
Yeah, what do I gotta roll? Love?
Lindsay, you are rolling.
Yeah, love.
Wow.
Wits and insight.
Okay. Can I rouse the bleed?
If you would like, yes.
Good.
Basil. Oh, honey.
She was there when you ripped off Nicholas's head. What makes you...
Basil. Composure. Ugh, you don't have any subterfuge, honey. Let's go with charisma and composure.
Charisma. Okay, good.
Oh, his charisma's gonna be so good.
Hot.
All right.
I always think I'm good, and then I remember how many dice DB always has. 5.
Ooh.
5.
So I'll give you this.
Oh, no.
Basil's cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
Basil doesn't show anything.
Okay.
Lindsay, you got a messy critter there. You're paranoid as fuck. Even if he looks completely innocuous, he may not know anything. He may not have done anything. You don't trust it.
Are you sure you can trust everybody, Morticia? Nobody would have said anything on what warehouse to hit?
The only people who, well... The problem is, if they're going to be a blabbermouth, I'll fucking kill them.
Fair.
But at that point, we're running out of people.
Fair.
I can make a crackdown. Move some stuff around.
Probably a good idea. Don't tell anybody except for the people that you trust the most.
Can't even fucking think straight right now.
That is also fair. You need to rest.
I need to murder.
Rest and then murder.
You can't fucking tell me what to do.
You couldn't even beat her with 4 limbs. You're not going to beat her with 3.
I can beat some other asses, though.
But you promised me a bitch slap with your other arm, so you got to get it back first. All right. All right.
I'm just watching Basil.
But in the meantime, you're going to sit your ass here and tell people what to do.
You can't fucking tell me what to do, so.
You like telling people what to do.
I do like telling people what to do, so I'm telling you that you can't tell me what to do.
Are you telling me that I can't tell you to tell people what to do? Oh.
I smack Basil upside the head.
Are you going to smack me? At least smack her too?
No, absolutely not. I know better than that.
This is abuse.
Good to see you're keeping him straight.
My arm will end up being her arm, and I know.
She just sticks it in the.
She does her own stitch crafting kind of shit. Flesh crafting.
Plot twist. Plot twist.
It was Morticia all along.
Morticia flesh crafts out of pure spite.
Oh
my god.
Lord.
It's like, fucking whatever. You're not gonna be useful, then get the fuck out. I have shit to do. If you can keep an eye out on whatever crazy bitch is doing, give me a fucking heads up next time, or at least answer your phones.
We were underground.
We had our own head ripping going on.
Well, ripped off a person's head.
At least you're still around, okay? Cars, guns, whatever. Just replaceable.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Okay,
with
bye.
that soft shit.
Kumbaya and all that.
You hear her muttering to herself as she like grabs another blood bag. Yeah. As you guys are walking out.
I take my sketchbook.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
What a bitch. But he's kind of smiling, like affectionately. What a bitch.
What now, y'all?
Get back in the
Do you
car.
have Hey Basil, do you have a map of the city of Helifdom here available in your car? A physical one.
Oh, he was just about to poke the GPS.
You guys had one when you tracked down Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember whose car that was in, though.
I think it was Basil's.
It probably has a map.
Okay.
I still have physical maps. I'm going to say my character has a map.
Okay.
You
Victor
personally have one? Hold on.
IRL
Kaz has an atlas in their car.
Not an atlas. I have an Oregon map and I have a Washington one. I don't have a California one, which is really stupid because we go there more than Washington. Old habits. I'm an old.
What
old
year
person.
is it?
That's probably why Basil has maps, is because he still has them from like decades ago.
Kaz is Basil, is what we're learning. Kaz is 80 years old.
Fuck off. Are we going to get this dagger or what?
Well, Basil. No, Victor, do your thing, and then we can talk.
Oh.
Sure. I will place a map, and I have the sketchbook, the drawing.
Yes, I will give him my sketchbook.
Oh boy, how do you do this again?
I've been looking also.
I'm glad you're looking because I need to find the freaking screenshot from ever ago.
Yeah.
Well, for taking a second, I'll be right back.
You know what? We could take a break for a second while I find this.
Do you want to take
we
a
could
break?
all take a bio break and be back in 5 minutes. How does that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
Be right back, everybody.
Yeah, I will.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
Hey, Scales, is this thing on? Yeah? Okay. Hello, I'm Asher Flintheart, and if you're hearing this, that means you can listen to the World of Wildevere podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and more. The show is me and my 5 friends, Scales and Plaque the Created, OJ the Koboloi, Rhodes the Snow Eidolon, and Ori the Moon Elf. We play a free indie TTRPG called Wildevere, run by the people who write the game and their friends. Watch us travel the magical city-states of our cozy, friendly, and wild world, learning new skills and enjoying a lot of new adventures in a Saturday morning kind of style. We release every other Wednesday on all major podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Wildevere or on a Discord server you can find at worldofwildevere.card.co. Thank you so much for listening to our travels. Rose is gonna flake when he hears we have clout? Whatever he called it. Bye-bye! Skills, you can stop now. What do you mean OJ's gone? No.
Network? Wait, I've only got 30 seconds to talk about all of our podcasts and streams? Wait, now I've only got 24 seconds? Well, we have actual play podcasts, actual play streams, tabletop discussion shows, nerdy crafting shows, drunk Dungeons & Dragons lore shows, serious shows, funny shows, Dungeons & Dragons shows, Monster of the Week shows, Shiver shows, space shows, cowboy shows, space cowboy shows. Oh wait, we actually don't have that. Only 5 seconds left? Well, head on over to majesticgoose.com or follow us at Goose Majestic to find out more.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
I'm Christian.
I'm Dylan.
And we're Table Talk.
Join us as we bring together longtime dungeon masters and players,
YouTubers and podcasters, authors, and more.
to chat about everything tabletop RPG related.
Everything from play styles, world building and lexicon, game reviews, interviews with professional content creators,
Homebrewed monsters and spells, lore, and even special holiday themed content.
keep those dice rolling.
Hail Vecna!
a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner. An unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt? No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
Do you like Dungeons & Dragons lore? Do you like drunk history? Well then, Lore and Pour is the show for you, where we combine the two. I'm Adam DeWeese, and I'm the host, and I bring on a cast of rotating guests, and we hang out before the show, have a few drinks, and then they are given their topic 30 minutes prior to pressing the record button, where they study up on the topic, and then we hit record, and whatever they say goes. They are treated as if they are the leading experts in the field, and I ask the questions that you never thought you needed to ask. Such as, how do mind flayers go to the bathroom?
Yeah, they just go one time, and it's pee and poop, and it's green.
What's the most dangerous creature in the astral plane?
You just pinch it, you know?
Yeah.
Just...
And that whale's like, you know
They
what?
got pinchers?
Oh,
You don't
do
even
they
know
have
about
pinchers?
Find the answers to all these questions and much, much more, whether they're accurate or not, on Lore and Pour. You can find Lore and Pour on the Majestic Goose Network and wherever you download your podcast every other Monday right now.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So, Victor, as you guys get into Basil's car and you pull out the map of Hilligdom that Basil has in the back, or probably in the glove box, honestly, but either way, tell me what you're doing.
I will out of the inside of my jacket, which probably now has a bullet hole after the shot I received earlier.
You did get shot, yes.
Yeah.
He's
So
fine.
that-
He healed up. It's fine.
Oh, that's
I'm,
right.
I'm healed up. My clothes well. I mean,
I
it's not the
forgot.
first.
I forgot that Nicholas shot you, so that was my
Yeah,
bad.
Why you're bad? It's so good. I'm okay.
Because I
Nothing
forgot.
bad. So he will pull out this stone, kind of cylinder, as much as a cut stone, gemstone it can be, and grab it and let it dangle. As I will do the right for the questing.
It's coming quite in handy for you guys.
Two. Should I use a willpower?
You want to use another willpower?
I'm wondering. Are
Do
we
it,
going?
coward.
Are we going tonight? Are we going tonight?
What time is it?
It's getting pretty late because you had to drop off Jessica, and then also it took you roughly an hour to actually get out of the city, everything that happened up there, and then getting back. It's definitely
did a
past
lot tonight.
Yeah, we got a good bit tonight. It's definitely past midnight, probably in like the hours of like 1, 2, maybe 3 o'clock.
Well, once we know where it is, we can decide what we're gonna do.
Three. I'll spend the willpower to get the extra success of 3.
So, Basil, you've seen him do this before. I do not remember if Lindsay has seen him do this because I know you did this to find Lindsay. I don't remember if you've done it since then.
Yeah.
I think I did for something else, but I don't remember what.
I think you did too. I don't remember what it was either. So you focus You let the pendulum dangle as you do your chanting under your breath. Sounds a little feral, sounds a little growly. And the pendulum spins faster and faster and faster before finally dropping itself onto a spot on the map. On the west side of Heligdom, not exactly the historical society. It's a neighborhood or two over.
Okay.
In kind of a residential area, one of the older suburbs of the city.
Move the map to a place that these two can see, because I was doing kind of in the back of the car. I guess we're in the car, or are we outside the car?
We're in the car.
Okay.
I was
Then
in the back.
Okay, then I'm in the front.
Mhm.
I'll just point out.
All three of you give me, let's see.
I think I know what house this is.
Give me intelligence and awareness. It'll be a pretty easy roll.
Intelligence star.
Would it be intelligence?
Smarty pants.
Would it be intelligence and alertness for Vic, or?
I'm not sure. This is how to use a map, basically.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Don't know. I mean, it could be intelligence.
Perception? The intelligence part is memory, and then the other part is how to read a map.
Survival?
Streetwise?
No, streetwise, yeah, could be. I do have streetwise.
You have one streetwise.
One streetwise. It's 3. Okay. One success.
Okay. Basil?
I gotta be still failure.
Oh no!
I don't know what that means on map reading, but
okay, I think I know. Lindsay?
4.
4?
Yeah. Jesus
Victor,
Christ.
you've been to this neighborhood. You can't recall exactly what's over there, but you know you've been there. Lindsay, you know that's Gideon's house.
Motherfucker.
And as soon as Lindsay says that's Gideon's house, Basil, you're just pissed. That motherfucker has the thing that you need every fucking time. And you just
fucking time.
You just rip up the map and just like throw it into the back seat.
I just imagine him rip up the map and it throws it back, but it hits Lindsay and she's just like
floors it. I know where I'm going.
Basil cranks up the car and y'all take off.
Okay.
We got time.
Okay, are you sure you want to just barge into the house?
He doesn't answer. He's driving.
Okay.
That's about 15 minutes, maybe 20. Before you reach it's a more affluent neighborhood, an older one. And Lindsay, you haven't seen Gideon's house. I almost called it James's house. You haven't seen Gideon's house from outside. And the others only saw it briefly when you left with Hank before in order to go collect your car.
I have seen it from outside, haven't I? Oh no, I took the tunnel back. You're right. You're right.
You went out the back way. The rest of you have seen it. It is a very large, much older house, almost like the Clue Mansion, with a lot of windows, 2, maybe 3 stories, an outside garage, and a fairly wide expanse of decently kept but not overly manicured gardens out front as you pull around and make your way in front of this large mansion.
I'm gonna say the Clue Mansion is so niche, like so specific, but it
Clue Mansion.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, great. So
in a park.
There
it's inside
are
that mansion.
there are lights outside that light up the driveway and the street beyond. You don't see any lights on in the house.
Okay. We want to go and ask nicely.
I mean, maybe we can talk to Hank about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to talk about it.
Yeah. But I will.
Well, I guess better now than never. You know, I'll let you do the talking.
No, you get
He's gonna
to
start
do
getting out of the car.
You get to do.
I'll do the talking.
Follow Basil to the door. Following his
Victor
lead.
walks out, makes its way toward the door.
Toward the door.
Give me just a second.
We're gonna get they're gonna have landmines or some shit across their driveway since all this happened. I'm gonna step on one and just explode.
Is that something you can do with your I think there's property laws in Haligdom.
I mean,
certain
listen,
things you can and cannot do
they're
within the city limits.
Listen, they are kindred. They could just be like, these aren't the landmines you're looking for.
Whatever they want. Like Morticia just storing a fucking rocket launcher.
I mean, technically, all they have to do is use cloud memory, and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Humans are just like, yep.
That makes it okay then.
I'm not saying it makes it okay. I'm just saying they'd get away with it.
I'm just laughing as me. No, Basil agrees. Absolutely. Like, if you can hide a rocket launcher in the city, please. That's cool.
Honestly, the way you said that reminded me of dodgeball. If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench. If you can hide a rocket launcher in the city, you can hide anything.
I mean, isn't it the US? Isn't like you guys can just be like, ah, yes, I want things.
No, yes and no. It's a write-off.
Sure.
I don't know.
No.
I know nothing of the US.
That's okay. Neither do we.
That says so much with so little.
Oh my god.
Too real. It hurts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the DM just being like, okay, how many traps are just everywhere?
Don't worry about it.
All I have in my head right now is dumb ways to die.
Okay, so you guys are walking up to the door and Victor's taking the lead.
Yep.
Sure.
What are you doing when you reach the door, Victor?
Well, I'll do the thing that any individual would do in this situation. Ring the bell.
You ring the bell. You hear it inside, so you know that it rings.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait. And you wait.
I ring again.
Don't hear anything. No movement. No lights turn on.
Either they're Hank is a very I forgot the word. Tenach has
Busy?
forgotten the word. No, the kind of people
Heavy
that just
sleeper?
heavy sleeper. Thank you. Either this Hank is a heavy sleeper. Was he? I don't remember if Hank was human.
Yeah, you knew that he was mortal.
Either Hank is a very heavy sleeper or he's at home after what happened.
That could be the case, yeah. don't think we should break into the house.
Do you have a key though?
I check the dress pockets.
No. All
Is there-
three of you.
Mhm.
God damn it. Probably just gonna be behind us like, sup, bruh.
Please give me intelligence and awareness.
Not again. Intelligence.
Uh,
Star. We are not
I was gonna
smart.
say I don't. I'm gonna say something
Mhm.
in character that I
Okay.
thought, and I'm not sure if this will affect the role. I do remember that the last time we got there, we didn't went into the main door, but through another entrance in the sewers.
That's what the roll is for. Thank you, Sakurane, for remembering.
I remembered that.
You specifically remember Gideon telling you Rada doesn't know about that entrance.
Oh.
Oh.
We are breaking in, Gotti.
So I guess we just find a place where we can get into the sewers and kind of make our way through there.
Okay.
But
You know that Gideon directed Lindsay, especially you, since you were the one driving. You know that Gideon directed you to a specific spot.
Mm-hmm. I can direct us back there.
You could.
Let's do it. What's up? Yeah, I was driving. Yeah, I was. I forgot. That was after the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
In the van.
God. Yeah.
And then you took the van away.
I was a
You had to get a ride with Hank. Okay, so
I was naked that time.
you were naked a lot of times.
Yeah.
Back to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow where Lindsay leads.
It's a couple blocks away. You gonna try and drive?
Do you want me to drive?
No, just lead me.
No faith. Yeah, I lead them back to where the hidden entrance is.
It's a couple of blocks away. It's a sewer entrance hidden back in a niche behind some alleyways. You climb down. Lindsay, it's just as uncomfy as it was the last time.
Wearing better shoes this time, at least.
Briefly, you remember Gideon saying, if Del can do it, you can too.
Hold up. Is this also Dell's house? I don't remember.
Yes.
She's not there, though. It's fine. For all we know, Del could be dead. She's not. I think she was on the list of people that weren't.
So you guys make your way through. And end up climbing up a ladder. And you find yourselves opening a secret entrance blocked off by a bookcase. Slide it to the side and you're in Gideon's study.
What a heightened senses.
Give me wits, awareness, and aspects.
Okay, give me a second. That's a lot of dice. Wits.
Player curiosity, heightened senses just heightens all your senses, or
Yes.
just like hearing and
All
vision?
of them.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
My dice.
Oh, no. Do I not have a character sheet for him? Why does he have a character sheet? What the fuck? Oh. I don't remember some of these characters. Some of these characters have character sheets, and some of these characters don't have character sheets. And okay, what'd you get?
8.
It is eerily quiet. The house settles a little bit. You can hear the creak of the wood beneath y'all's feet as you move around in this room. You smell the old books. You can smell the ink on the walls. You don't hear anyone or anything in this house.
Is it just
Go ahead.
Is it just me, or this place feels as silent as a tomb?
I was thinking the same thing.
Maybe they just evacuated.
Let's find
Probably.
this knife.
Oh,
To remind you, Gideon's study, bookshelves upon bookshelves, covering walls with words written across them. Lots of lamps that were more recent additions. And plenty of papers and notes and books strewn about. Very messily. You can hardly see any surface.
I'm going to start searching drawers and any place there might be secrets. Let's go.
You find a lot of writings. You find some things that seem to be written by Gideon. You find some things that seem to be written by Hank. In fact, in one drawer, you find a pile of letters dated from the 70s, sending back and forth to each other while Hank is out at war. And then they stop. On another side, you find a lot of old first edition books. You find journals by someone named Hans. A lot of which have annotated notes and sticky notes and additional papers shoved into their spines, written in Gideon's handwriting. Some more feverish than others. But in here, you don't find any weapons. You don't find any knives. It seems to mostly be almost like a memory storage for Gideon.
Victor will begin making his way to the house, looking for, first of all, to identify each of the rooms and places in this house, and get a mental picture of how the place looks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, before he leaves Gideon's office, can you make the shadows thicker in case there are cameras?
Sure. I'll do the thing.
Activate shadow weaving.
Shadow weaving. I think I need to roll something.
I believe you had to spend a gnosis or roll a gnosis. Let's see. Shadow weaving. Spend a gnosis and roll dex plus occult.
Gotta do both.
That's the thing that I have the notes on. I need to add the
okay.
I need to add the ritual to that piece of paper.
Yeah, it's occult and what was it? Sorry,
Dex and occult.
Dex and occult. 5. 2 successes. It's 2 successes. Just before 6 and above, right?
Yes.
2, yes. Okay. And I will keep the shadows on our faces. Faces and just overall ourselves.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you make your way into the house. Are all three of you leaving the study?
Thanks.
Yeah. Before Basil leaves, like, he doesn't really care about the letters and everything, but the way everything's been going up in flames and stuff, he's gonna grab some of the correspondence between Gideon and Hank, some of the letters, like the old ones and the new ones, and just shove them in a pocket.
That is very sweet, but my brain went, since everything else is going up in flames, and I would shit.
Set it on fire.
I'm just making sure. I don't know.
Anyway, night.
Set
Setting
it
up
on
him
fire.
on the fire, one episode at a time.
Who's gonna die this time? That's the actual that's the actual thing for this last season is each episode someone's going to die. No, I'm kidding.
It's playing Clue, but who dies first? Does he have glasses?
All right, so you guys make your way out into the house. It's dark and creaky and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
You do see cameras, the little red lights of cameras in the corners. They're not all over the place, but in bigger areas such as the foyer, along the stairs, in the hallway. Yes, Lindsay?
Is there a way to avoid them a little bit?
They're sparse enough you can kind of avoid them. In some areas it's harder.
Okay.
Especially since you don't know where they are and you don't know exactly when you're going to come upon one.
Okay, I'm going to try to avoid them as much as I can.
You find the living room where Hank had been watching the terrible B movie, waiting for Gideon to come home. Pass by the kitchen and the sitting room. You do find upstairs where there seems to be the bedrooms and the offices. It's also where you came out of Gideon's office. Are you just kind of going from door to door opening them?
Victor is doing that to like see this is the living room, this is the bedroom, like to identify where each place is. Again, trying to, I don't know if Lindsay told him or if he remembers that there were cameras in here.
You weren't really paying attention last time, and the bigger rooms like the living room and the kitchen don't really have closed doorways.
Okay, then definitely he's not sneaking around. He's not stealthing, but he's moving close to the walls, away from the windows, keeping the shadows still.
Yeah, using the shadows to kind of block your way.
Yeah, just identify each of the rooms, and from there figure out in which of these rooms there would be a dagger, because I'm not going to go in each one of them, and whenever I eventually get to the kitchen, that's going to take me even longer to find a dagger, unless they have it in the kitchen, which...
It's just in the knife block. So are all three of you kind of sticking together?
Yes. I see Sekre nodding a lot.
I mean, Victor is moving. I don't think he would have said much at this point, because he saw like Basil is doing things with papers. I was like, okay, he will be busy. He can catch with me, or we can spread out and search for clues. So if Lindsay is next to him, then yes, but he's not being conscious about it. He's not actively being in a group.
DB feels weird about breaking into this house.
So the three of you, one may be catching up to the other two. Give a scan of the bottom floor. It seems fairly mundane, with communal spaces like the kitchen and the living room and the drawing room, the foyer. You go back up the stairs to the hallways that have closed doors that you could assume are bedrooms and offices. You know which door you came out of. You open another door to a bedroom. It's empty. Bed is slightly unmade. But you don't really look too hard to get an idea. It's dark. The lights are not on. You don't really look too hard to get an idea of what all is in there. And as you close the door and begin to go to the next one, you hear a voice.
Fuck.
It's not a voice that you've ever heard. It's a sort of a low male voice. It says, "What are you all doing here?"
Sorry to interrupt in this home. I do not speak for myself, but at least these two were friends to someone that lived here. And we're looking for something that, let's say that we are powers, we found out that it's here, that would be of use against the creature that has been terrorizing the city. I'm sorry if we interrupted you in your home. It's just we called at the door, nobody was answering. And let's be fair, saving this city and our lives, has a priority over respecting private property at the moment.
There's kind of a pause, and you don't see anyone. But from a direction behind you, you don't see the source, but you do hear the voice, still kind of quiet. Who were you friends with?
Gideon.
Friends.
He's not here anymore.
I hit Basil.
I know.
Gently. Yeah, yes, we know.
We were there when that happened.
No one really comes in here anymore.
No one.
Prada is busy. Dell felt safer up in her
office?
Her office. Her skyscraper.
Where's Hank?
Well, if I thought you would know since Gideon is gone.
It's been a lot going on.
Hank died too.
What?
He didn't have Gideon's blood to sustain him anymore.
Oh no.
And if I may inquire, who are you?
My name is Mel. I've seen you before.
Yeah.
Not you. Well, I've seen all of you when you came here last time. I've seen. Your name was Lindsay, right?
Yes.
Dell likes you.
That's good to know, because I thought maybe she would have hated me after what I did.
You hear him kind of chuckle. You know Gray, too, don't you?
I do know Gray. He's a good friend.
We all stick together.
You've met Tony, then?
A little. He has a lot to learn.
I'm sorry for interrupting. It's just, let's just say lately, as you may have figured, allegiances are obscured at the moment. Sorry for the pun. And I would prefer to at least see eye to eye. I understand for safety it's better not to, but see eye to eye, and not only physically, but to also know where you stand in this.
It's odd. You are sort of looking around, trying to find where this person is. You look away, and then you look back, and he's standing there. It's not what you expected to see, though. It's a man wearing a full ghillie suit.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I was not expecting that.
Wait, what?
To the point where you can hardly even see the actual person. But it's a man in a ghillie suit, and his face is a little obscured by the dark and a little bit obscured by the suit. He has sort of dark eyes. I understand. Like I said, the Nos, we look out for each other, we stick together. And I also stuck with my coterie. But I don't really have a coterie anymore.
Looks like many out of lately are left like that.
Yeah.
Why did you come here?
As I said, Lindsay had a vision of something that could help us deal with the creature. And for some reason, after some rites, it led us here.
What is it?
I will pull out my sketchbook and show them the dagger.
Prada had that. Has that.
Has?
It's in, well, the last time I saw it, it was in his room. But none of us could ever get into his room. He warded it.
Oh.
Question.
I look at Victor.
Question. When you say none of you could enter, did it mean like who tried? Did Hank try to enter?
Hank couldn't get in.
Is it only warded against ghouls and kindred?
I don't know. Dell knew some Garu. So I don't know if she asked him to add that. The front door is warded as well. It's a good thing you came in through Gideon's side.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a window, probably it's also warded.
He's very protective of his things.
Well, let's try the door then. Unless there's a chimney we could get through, or
No, the chimney doesn't lead in there. No,
I'm not doing the Santa Claus style.
Yeah,
not in this dress.
I mean, sometimes you have to get dirty to get the things done.
No. Not that dirty. Not that dirty. Listen, I came through the sewers. I am not going down a chimney.
I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say something snarky. No.
Say it.
I'll go to the door.
Out loud.
I'll go to the door. Well, I'll ask. Could you repeat me the name of this person?
Mel.
Okay, it's Mel, and then there's Dell.
Yes, Mel and Dell.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just ask Mel for directions to the door.
He nods, and then actually he moves on down the hallway to show you. He stops outside one of the doors. I can look inside if you want.
Sure, if you could look for the dagger and see if it's there to know if we give it a try.
Didn't ward it against Mel.
No, I was looking at something else. Mel doesn't touch the door, doesn't do anything with the door. He actually turns to the side and bends down towards the wall. And you see through a crack in one of the walls, a rat appears. Walks directly up to him, sits up on his little hind legs, and you hear Mel making some small noises to it. And it's almost like the rat nods and then walks around Mel and slips under the door.
Didn't ward it against rats. I don't know. Maybe you could ward it against anything.
Special ward against rats.
Yeah. That's what we call a mouse trap.
And after a few minutes, the rat comes back out. Walks back up to Mel, who crouches down to it. And they speak for a moment. And Mel nods, says, he saw a big knife, but not that knife. I think he means a sword?
Sword.
Prada likes his fantasy things.
Yeah, he is a fucking nerd.
He doesn't really get it out very much, but he does have a sword that he had made.
Probably
I don't know if it's actually useful. I don't even know if it's sharp.
Probably the knife is not in a visible spot, and probably is yet again warded. But
most likely, if it's something powerful like that. He didn't see that particular knife though.
we gotta get inside then.
Star, can I have a premonition?
Sure.
I am not hungrier.
Good.
That's good.
That is wits and aspects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. 4.
Okay.
Trying to see
what
exactly where this knife is.
At first you see shadows. And then the shadows clear. And you see the Nyx bangle. The one that Victor wears. The one that Victor asked you guys to help him get from the Historical Society. You see, it's almost like you're zooming out from the Nyx bangle and you're seeing that it was in a glass case. And you're seeing other glass cases in an endless library that seems to constantly change.
Okay.
One of the glass cases has a knife that looks just like the one that you drew.
So it is an historical society building.
Why did it take us here?
A key, perhaps. A way to get in. Listen. My rights are tied to spirits. I honestly don't know how a failed right with that looks.
Mel holds out his hand and actually kind of he actually puts his hand on your lips, Victor.
Ghillie suit and all.
Stop.
It's like a cat.
What if he's here?
I think Prada's here?
I don't know. We all have our own secret way of getting in and out.
Should we leave then?
It might be a good idea.
I will slip my number to Mel before we start to leave.
He nods. And he turns and he leads you to another place, another secret door on the first floor.
Okay.
Which he opens and leads you all down, closes it behind you, And it leads down to, once again, the sewer. And after a few twists and turns, you find yourself back at the ladder that leads you back up to where you left Basil's car. It says, I will see if I can find him.
Okay.
He may have the dagger with him now.
Do not let him know that we are looking for it, please.
He looks kind of sad for a moment. He's not the same.
I don't think any of us are now.
Mel just sort of nods and then turns around and walks back off into the sewer. With a couple of rats trailing behind him.
Mel, before you go.
Mm-hmm.
What side are your kind? The Nosferatu things you call them?
Yes.
The Nos?
The Nosferatu.
What side you are in all of this?
Surviving. Hiding, usually. We don't really ascribe to the Chimeria. We don't really ascribe to the Anarchs. We just want to keep our own alive.
It's understandable.
Smartest fucking thing I have heard anyone in the last couple of weeks say. Good luck.
He finally he's been a very sullen looking person this entire time. He finally smiles. That's why you never see the Nosferatu. Unless we want you to. And then you kind of glance away and then you glance back and he's fucking gone.
I really need to take Sense the Unseen. Fucking hell.
We wanted to win a war against those kinds.
Yeah.
All right.
So probably Rada has it. That means
Probably.
we have to talk with him more. Yeah, it's very possibly he's not talking. And the moment we reach for that, he probably will let know Gigi about it.
Exactly. If he may let Gigi know already there were cameras in that house. Unless Mel knows how to make sure that we're not seen on them.
But the moment we get that, the moment Gigi will know, and that side will get burned. And who knows? More of this whole situation will go down.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you two have made your pieces made. With family, if you have any between you or any friend. Don't know.
This is all very grim, Victor. We haven't died yet.
It could be coming, though.
Every time I have to go ask the ancestors for answers, they have said the same thing over and over.
That we're gonna die?
No, that many died to just bury the thing down.
Yes.
And I saw it tonight. They let me see what happened, how it go. Many they didn't make it. They died. And you saw what happened with your friend Morticia. And if a dagger is the thing that can destroy that, we need to get close to it. So
And then if we can't with the dagger, and I mean, what if Mel's right? What if
Right. What do you mean? That we should just be hiding?
basically you saw Tish?
I know. Is that what you want to do, Basil, is hide?
No, we're gonna try and find the fucking dagger. I don't want to hide. I want you safe. But collective you, Victor. I like you a lot too.
I'm not safe. I will be there too. As much as I prefer not to, but
We have one thing on our side. One. And that is sheer dumb luck.
I like when you said we have something on our side. At the end was like, oh yeah, I want to hear it. It was like, and so like, yes.
Sheer dumb luck. It'll run out eventually. Hopefully not soon.
Sure.
It's run out for some of us already, though. Can we get out of the fucking sewers? This is gross.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Back to the dive.
With that sentiment, back into Basil's car you go.
We're all smelly in your car now.
Back to the dive. It's not like you were wading through sewage. You were walking along the sides there.
We still probably stepped in some gross.
It was pretty smelly.
Yeah.
So, back to the dive you go to spend the rest of your evening talking, plotting, and planning. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
That's amazing. Star, thank you as always.
Oh, this is my pleasure. I love running this for y'all.
Thank you everybody for joining us. If you like what we're doing, hooray. I don't know. Join us.
For you.
Good for you. Join us on the Discord so that you can talk theories with us in our chat. You can follow the Nerd Asylum on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, TikTok. Oh, I was out of order. At the Nerd Asylum. You can also follow this show specifically on Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, we are NA by night. On Twitter, we are NA_by_night. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. It's been a wild ride. We will see you in 2 weeks, which will actually be another recorded. But we'll be hanging out in chat. We'll talk with us. Tell us your theories. Will we survive?
I don't even know.
Here's the thing. I'm expecting Victor dying, and if not dying, be like, yes, I'm very injured.
I'm just gonna say this. This group seems to have a really big, martyr feeling.
Yeah, I've got to say, I have not ruled out a TPK at the end of this. I'm gonna be completely
honest.
All
of us have been like, but no. Basil can't die because Gray will be sad, and we can't have that.
That's fair. No, well, okay, well, if Gray also dies,
what is happening?
I'm like, no, don't kill Gray ever.
So somehow the whole kindred population in Haligdom dead by the end of it.
A lot of them are already dead or gone. So.
It's true. I cry when we learned about
all the
Hank?
Losers.
Yes. Did I already know that Hank was dead? Yes. Am I still sad about it? Yeah.
Did I tell you casually on accident because I thought you knew? Yes.
Yeah.
In your house! I was sitting on your sofa when you told me this, and I was just like, what?
Oops.
I'm sad now.
All right, anyway.
Goodbye, everybody.
Trauma.
Love y'all.
Oops.
Bye.
Bye.